Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Utility Sports. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a trade that just happened here in real life. But before we jump into that trade and giving my thoughts and analysis, I want to urge you guys to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out the other videos up on the channel. We do have some Madden NFL 22 content coming out today, including a Raiders rebuild if that's something you're interested in, as well as a face of the franchise video. For those of you interested in that, that'd be awesome if you guys could go ahead and check that out. And now let's jump into today's video here. Adam Schefter reporting that the Carolina Panthers are trading offensive tackle Greg Little to the Miami Dolphins in exchange for a 2022 seventh round pick. And there's a little bit to unpack here, especially from the Miami Dolphins side of things. Earlier in the offseason, they had traded a late round pick that was conditional, I believe, for Isaiah Wilson from the Tennessee Titans. That clearly did not work out. He ended up getting released just a few days later after missing some team meetings and some practice stuff. He just didn't really end up working out there. But the Dolphins have been looking for a swing tackle, someone who could move to left or right side and kind of be a fill-in tackle at the edge of their roster. And again here, they're making that similar move. Isaiah Wilson was a former first-round pick. Greg Little, a former second-round pick, and the Dolphins are interested in trying to add in a guy who they can maybe try and fix his career, turn him on the right path, and get some good value out of him. Greg Little here, I think, is going to be a great example of that. He's played in 14 games for the Carolina Panthers in his first two seasons. Actually started 6 of those games as well. And the Miami Dolphins are giving up a very low price for a guy who could fill in and be a serviceable tackle for them. It's hard to find tackles in the NFL. Giving up a 2022 seventh round pick is not bad at all, especially when the guy's still in his rookie contract. Greg Little, I think, is going to check all those boxes for Miami here. He's not going to be a big time acquisition, but you're looking at a guy who can fill in around the edge of that roster, give them some depth at a much needed position there at tackle, something they've been looking at for quite some time. And the Miami Dolphins are just getting a little bit of help here in this trade. And for the Carolina Panthers, this makes a lot of sense too. Greg Little became very expendable once they recommitted to Taylor Moton, gave him that contract extension, and then also drafted Brady Christensen during the actual NFL draft. They've much improved their offensive line. They also added Pat Elflein this offseason. I have loved what the Carolina Panthers have done in the last 12 months. Ever since getting Matt Rule and Joe Brady, I think that they've made a ton of phenomenal moves back to back to back to back. Brady Christensen was a great move in the draft. I think that they did a really good job putting talent around that roster. Chuba Hubbard was a really nice grab in the middle rounds. The Carolina Panthers have done a phenomenal job building up this team, and it made Greg Little expendable. They didn't need Greg Little at this point. They go ahead and move off of him, gives him a new destination, kind of a fresh start there. When you're a former second round pick, you have some potential. He's only 2 years into his NFL career. I think the Miami Dolphins could help him get on track here, but the Carolina Panthers just were not the spot for him at this point. They acknowledged it, and Greg Little should be happy he's getting an opportunity somewhere else now at this point in Miami. Not a bad place to live either. The Panthers, you get a small little asset here in a 7th round pick this next season. Maybe it helps you move up a little bit earlier in the draft if you want to do something like that. I really like what the Panthers have done. I'm interested to see how J.C. Horn plays his rookie season. I think that'll be a big storyline to follow for Carolina this year, because if he performs at a high level, we could be looking at a team that can maybe slip into that wild card out in the NFC. We'll see exactly how they end up performing throughout the year. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Carolina Panthers fans, you should be happy about getting an asset to maybe flip later. And Miami Dolphins fans, you should be excited about landing Greg Little. Former second round pick, has some upside. If you guys can just put him into a system where he can perform, do his thing, I think it'll be really, really good for him. He was drafted in 2019. I think he's got a little bit of upside yet that the Miami Dolphins could kind of unlock. That whole coaching change there in Carolina did kind of throw him for a loop a little bit in terms of where he ended up fitting in with that roster. Thanks again so much for watching. Check out our other football videos on the channel. It'd mean a lot to have your guys' support. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and most importantly, smash that like button, letting me know you enjoyed today's video. Thanks again, guys, so much, and we'll catch you in the very next one.